Hi guys, welcome back to Swatchfest. In case you're new on Swatchfest, I'm going to swatch 10 random polishes from my stash that haven't appeared on my channel ever before, meaning I just have been picking them up here or there, and they need their own time to shine. So that's what we're going to get doing, and we're going to look at a polish kind of in every color of the rainbow. I actually have a lot of greens for you today, which I thought they were all fantastic. So if you love green, you're in for a treat. But we're going to get started. But first off, I want to say a big thank you first of all to everyone who showed up to the pre-order launch of my brand. And if you guys haven't been here for Swatchfest for the past few weeks, you probably will have no idea what I'm talking about. But I launched my own polish brand, and I'm so crazy excited about it, and thank you all for being so excited about it too. It meant the world to me. It means the world to me. It just feels so good to have your support, and it's just incredible. So just in case you didn't watch any of those videos, on Thursday I launched my brand. It's called Moonshine Manny, and the first collection is holiday themed after one of my very favorite movies, Elf. And so there are 6 polishes in there, and I think that probably only one of them is necessarily like holiday looking. So you could definitely wear these polishes, all of them actually, all year round. So they're not necessarily polishes that were something I was only going to sell for holiday and never sell them again. So first off, I got this question a lot, is if I'm going to keep selling them after the pre-order is over, and the answer is a huge yes, because I love this first collection. None of the products that I used are like limited edition, or not limited edition, but you know what I mean. Like, I'll definitely still be able to get all the products to make for these polishes, and I will still keep making them as long as you guys want them. So don't worry about that. The pre-order is going to run until I think Tuesday or Wednesday, and I'm making a big order this weekend, and then I'll make another big order at the end of the pre-order to make sure I have enough product to make everyone's polishes that ordered. I was able to send out about 15 orders right off the bat because I had made enough polish for that, but I wasn't sure who would show up, and I was so excited to see how many of you showed up and want to wear these polishes that I've created. So excited. Excited is not a good word. I'm more than excited. I'm overjoyed. I really am overjoyed. It's so touching. So the pre-order is going to last till then. So you still have plenty of time to get your polish if you would want to, but just so that you know, if you still aren't able to until after Christmas or something, I've heard a lot of you say that, you know, it wasn't necessarily the perfect time to launch my brand being the weekend after Black Friday. I know a lot of you already did your shopping, but it wasn't really about that. It was about, you know, I really wanted to get this brand launched before 2016 was over, and so this was just my time that I wanted to do it. And I'm sorry if it was inconvenient for anybody, but don't worry, I will continue to make these polishes, and I'm planning on releasing a few polishes each month, so there's always going to be lots of different things to choose from. And so yeah. Moonshine Manny has its own Facebook page and its own Instagram, so if you want to follow that, you'll know whenever new things come out. You will of course see a video here on my channel, but if for some reason you didn't want to watch, you know, how them apply, and you just want to be notified on like Facebook and Instagram, you can follow there too. I'll link that stuff right here for you. And I would love it if you would tag me and Moonshine Manny in any of your Instagram posts wearing these polishes. It would just make me so happy, and already whenever I'm seeing my polishes pop up on Instagram, it's just so thrilling, you guys. I just can't describe. Again, just a giant thank you for your love and support. It just means everything to me. And I did want to mention, I'm looking a little severe today. I hope it's clear that this is not how I'm feeling. It's just kind of like the look I felt like playing with my makeup today. I am feeling far from severe. I'm feeling elated and like a little girl. So anyway, let's go ahead and get into Swatchfest. Let's look at these polishes. I have a lot of good ones today, you guys, so really excited. First up, I want to start with a polish from MAC. So I picked this polish up a while ago when they were having a lot of their polishes like 50% off or something, and this one's called Blog This. And when you see it in the video, like, it's so dark, I can hardly even read it unless I have a really bright light shining on this, because it is a very dark blood red. Like, it's the most dark red I have, probably, that's not, like, it's barely red and not black. You know what I mean? It's so dark. You do need 2 coats on this though, just because it does look kind of patchy at the first coat. So I definitely went in for a second, and I loved it at 2, and I wore this for a day, which is saying something when I have to swatch so many things. And I was like, the next morning when I woke up, I was like, this better not stain my nails. It didn't. It didn't. It was great. So I love this. I thought it had a good formula, and it really looks delicious. pink polish comes from OPI, and this is a polish I picked up in Marshall's. I've seen it there for a while, and finally I was like, okay, I'll pick you up. Even though you're pink, and pink is not my favorite, and I have so many OPI pinks, even though I don't even gravitate toward that color. This has a little bit of luster shimmer in it, but it's a one coater. It's a really good formula. It goes on so easy. I'm only going to show you one coat because after I was done with it, I was like, well, what's the point in doing a second one? You really don't need it. It's nice and thick, but not overly thick, so the nail still looks nice and juicy, even at just the one coat. So I recommend, especially if you like pink polishes, this one was a good one. Alright, so let me go ahead and tell you what is on this severe face today. I tried a new foundation, To Me, and this is from the skincare line that I have been using since I was a teenager. The brand is Jafra, and so I tried out their foundation. It's called Skin Defense Makeup, has 15 SPF, and I'm in the shade Pure Porcelain. And this is kind of an obscure brand, so I don't expect a ton of you to already have tried this, but let me know if you have in the comment section what your experience was. My experience is that it's kind of a light to medium coverage. It really didn't cover a lot. I wasn't looking for it to cover, you know, a lot of blemishes or anything, but evening out my skin tone, I have a lot of red splotchiness when I'm not you know, wearing foundation, which I'm fine with. I kind of like the no foundation look, but for filming, I like to kind of even things out. And it was kind of medium coverage, or, you know, light to medium. So I really like this, I think, as like an everyday makeup because it doesn't feel thick on my face, and it doesn't like, it didn't really cover up freckles and stuff like that. So that's what it is. On my eyes today, I was like, okay, I really want to do a smoky eye, but I didn't want to do a black smoky eye, so I went with brown. So I first went in with this Rimmel Scandalized eyeshadow stick in Bad Girl Bronze, and it says 24-hour waterproof, so I will definitely be interested tonight when I take this off to see how well it stayed. I like that. So it went on really nice and creamily. I just covered the lid in it, and then I went in with it wasn't a red brown, but it was definitely a warm brown from the Kat Von D Shade Light Eye Palette. I patted it on there, and then I took a blending brush and added it and just started blending and blending. This is also under my water eye, and then the shame on you, the same shadow like right over it. And then that was pretty much it. It was like a one shadow smoky eye, which I'm loving. It's so easy. And then, let's see, I have eyeliner in my waterline, but no eyeliner elsewhere. And then I used, these are my favorite lashes lately. You guys know that I've been all over Demi Wispies from Ardell forever, like ever since you've been, you know, I started my channel really. But I received some of these from my friend Sue. They are the Cara eyelashes in number 48. And she sent me a whole bunch of different varieties for me to try, and these ones were my favorite, I think. And so they are a little bit longer than the Demi Wispies. I do have to work a little bit more to get them to stay down in the front, but they are so light feeling. Like if I ever wear an Ardell after these, Ardells are going to feel heavy. They're going to feel annoying to my eye. When I wear these, I can't even feel it. So she got them from Shop Miss A, and I was going to do the same thing, but then I was like, hey, I have Amazon Prime. Let's see how much they are on Amazon Prime, or on Amazon, you know. And they were almost as inexpensive as the $1 Shop Miss A, but you know, they were a little bit more, but it was free shipping, and I got them the next day, or it was the day after, and you know, instead of waiting for the shipping. I guess Shop Miss A is notorious for taking a long time. So anyway, I recommend these. You guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about Ardell Wispies, but these are my new favorites. So number 48, and they're nice, they're easy, and I can't even feel them, so I love that. And the thing that helps a lot is the Revlon lash glue that's on the wand. I really love that lash glue. And then last thing up, let me tell you what this thing is on my lips. So I've been wanting to wear all of the ColourPop lippies that I showed you guys that I bought in that holiday set, and this is the very dark purple that's included in it, and it's called Pack, and that's what it is there. It's a Matte X formula. This feels so comfortable, I can't even feel it on. I did have to like try to be pretty careful with my application, not because it was messy, but it's because it's so dark. But I feel like if I haven't eaten or drinking, I can't ever figure out that word, drank. I haven't drank in Anyway, sometimes, you know, when you say a word over and over enough, you start to be like, is that even a word? That happens to me all the time. Anyway, so I haven't eaten yet, and so I don't know how well this will stay with eating. Probably not the best, but if I wasn't, you know, if for some reason I was a robot and didn't have to eat at all, I feel like this would stay on a really long time, but we'll see. So that's what's on my face. So as happens sometimes on Swatchfest, I don't have an orange polish to share with you. I feel like even more than yellow, orange polishes are the polish that is left out the most. It just so happens to be one of the shades that I don't love. However, I just noticed that, like, as I have traversed in the nail polish community, you know, buying things, whatever, that there's not like a ton of orange polish. It seems to be the least amount of polish produced. Anyway, so I don't have orange for you, but I have the first of 3 greens. So this green is from Zoya and it's called Yara. And I almost ordered this in my recent Zoya purchase, you know, when I went absolutely crazy on the Zoya 70% off. I'm not kidding about going crazy, you guys. You'll see I'm going to do a haul and it's crazy. I'm ashamed of myself. But when are they ever going to do 70% off again? So anyway, so I was going to pick this up. It was on my list of polishes to pick up. And then I was looking through polishes for Swatchfest to do for this week. And I was like, oh, I already have you, Yara. Okay, well, I don't need to buy you again. But this one is really good, you guys. So as you can see, it's like a dusty army green. It's a really cool, funky color. And it has very strong gold shimmer. It's like slightly chunkier. Like if you think about the gold shimmer that's in very purpley in my line, that's like through the whole thing, like infused gold shimmer. That's why I called it infused. This one is more like little bits. Like you can see the little bits. It's so pretty, you guys, though. This is a 2-coater, and I'm pretty sure that they made it a 2-coater, even though it has a gorgeous cream formula. They could have made a 1-coater, but they made it a 2-coater so you could see the cream, I think, or so you could see the shimmer, not the cream. And it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to show you 2 coats. I definitely recommend this one if Zoya ever does that promotion again. Next up, we have our yellow polish today. It's just a little itty mini guy from the Catwoman Orly Color Blast, that little 4-pack. Here, let me show you. It looks like this, and I don't know, again, I don't know how, you know, when this will ever be promoted again, hopefully next year, or you can find them on eBay, of course. So anyway, this little guy was in there, and it's called Nocturnal, and you guys know that Orly does some pretty great yellow neons. They have some already in their arsenal, going all the way back to Glow Stick, which I feel is not really the best formula from Orly. They've done some really good ones in the past few years. This one's really good too, though. This is great. So I did end up doing 3 coats, but I'm just going to show you 2 coats today because I feel like you could stop there if you wanted to. Of course, my favorite thing about this Orly Neon is that you don't need a white base. This sucker is so bright, it's awesome. And it was funny because I kind of thought to myself, why would they put a neon yellow in Catwoman? Because she's so like in the shadows and stuff. But then I thought to myself, it kind of looks like the moon and it kind of looks like the bright cat eyes. So anyway, this is nice, it goes on well, even with the teeny tiny little Orly brush that's in there. So yeah, this one was good for me. So what movies did I watch this week? I started watching Doctor Strange. If you're confused when I say that, I have this device at my house that basically I can stream any movie like ever, any TV show, every series ever. You know, I could sit down and watch all episodes of Survivor, which you can actually do on Netflix, can't you? One of those you can do it on. But I could watch like all 33 seasons and just sit on my couch for like, 3 weeks straight and just watch. Anyway, so the device is really cool, and so I can watch movies that are in the theater now, but they're not always great quality, so it just depends. We found one, it's like streaming, it's just streams straight to my TV. So we found one that was okay enough to watch, but I can't wait to watch it again when it's like not, subpar quality. But it was okay. We watched it because Tim was really excited to watch it. That was a good show. I'm liking it. We didn't get all the way through though because Tim fell asleep last night, so we are going to finish that, and I'm liking it. And who doesn't like Benedict Cumberbatch? I mean, and I didn't even know that, what's her name was in it? Rachel McAdams, that's what it is. And I always love anything that she's in. So there's that. Let's see, that's not a whole one though. What else did I watch? I watched a few older things with Salem. We watched Dick Tracy, which I was watching it and I was like, what the heck, Madonna? I had forgotten that she was so practically naked all the time in that film. It's been a long time since I watched it. So I was like, okay, close your eyes. Close your eyes, close your eyes. And so I was like, okay, whoopsie. I wish my memory was a little bit better on all those nipple shots. So anyway, that's a favorite of mine from when I was a kid. I always think that all the characters that they put in that movie, and there's a lot of famous actors in that movie, they did such a great job with the makeup and each person like really embodying the character, especially Al Pacino did a great job, I think. Really, I totally don't even see him when I watch it. He just like really wears that whole bodysuit and the makeup so well. Anyway, so we watched that. What else did we watch? We watched one more. Oh, I started watching Final Destination. When I was a kid, I never saw the show. It came out in like 2000, and I had a huge crush on Devon Sawa from Casper, but I was a kid. Well, I was kind of a kid. It was like the year before I graduated. So I never saw it, and I totally forgot about it, and I'd heard people talk about it over the years. So, of course, with this device, I was like scrolling through movies that came out in 2000, and I was like, oh, yeah, we could watch this one. Well, not we. I watched it by myself, and it was good, but it's another movie. I didn't make it all the way through, so I don't know. It was okay. I feel like it got a lot of hype back in the day, and then they made like 7 more of them or something, but it was just okay. It was just okay. So we're moving on to greens. So of course I have another green for you here, and this is from Wet n Wild. So you remember how last week I really didn't like the Wet n Wild yellow? I enjoy this a lot. So this is instead, it's not a jelly kind of curly formula. This is straight up cream, and this is called Let Us Be Friends, and the color is just so great. It's a neon, like this is the neon, and it was in the drugstore, and it's great. It's good at 2 coats. I would recommend, you could try to do like 1 thick coat, but I would recommend 2 thin coats because it went in a little bit too thick. You'll see in the live application on this one on the 2nd coat, and then I was like, whoops, this is kind of getting all over the place. So 2 thin coats. This is a gorgeous color. It's just so fun. Yeah, this is really gorgeous to put on. So if you happen to find this in the drugstore, I recommend it. I think I found this in Rite Aid. For blue, we're looking at another Kiko polish, and this one is number 266, and when I look it up online, it tells me that it's called Ultramarine Blue. This is beautiful. This is a nice deep sapphire shade with, well, it's more like a royal blue, but it's really nice and deep, but it's lustery too. This is gorgeous. This makes me feel really sexy. This kind of shade just feels really sexy to me. I remember back in high school where the girls that were, you know, a little bit living on the edge, on the dark side, would wear the blue nail polish, and I just love that that whole stigma is not even a thing anymore, that we can wear whatever color we want anytime, and we're not like stigmatized by the color of nail polish or, you know, your gender if you want to wear nail polish. It's not like that anymore. I love that. So I really like this a lot. It's gorgeous. It didn't stain. It went on so deliciously. So yes, definitely recommend. So I got an order from Born Pretty the other day, and they once in a while send me an email and ask me if I want to try new stuff. And so I think that I was getting that email because they were trying to get everybody to try that chrome powder. But I'm just like, I'm not really interested in it because I don't like really messy things. And every single video I've watched on it, it's like incredibly messy. So I actually didn't choose any of the chrome powder this time. In my Nail Art 101, we haven't done one in a while. Sorry guys. I'm going to try to get one up for next week. Especially since I have this new stuff to play with. So I'm going to show you what I got. I'm dropping everything. And you guys can tell me what you're most excited to see first. Because I don't think I can include them all into one video. So let me show you what I got. So I did get a bunch of decals because I haven't ever tried water decals before. I want to experiment with trying them, you know, the colored ones like this. And then I want to try the clear ones like this where, you know, you just paint a nail polish color and then you have the different designs that would go over top. And so I haven't ever tried it before. So definitely if you guys have any advice, tips for me, I know whenever I do Nail Art 101, I get lots of great advice on how I could do the technique better, which is good because I don't know what I'm doing for the most part. I'm just experimenting. I'm being your lay person on Nail Art 101. This was the first one I picked out. I love the paisley design. So if you've done a lot of decals and so you have any tips for me on how to like get it to work better, definitely let me know. I also picked up, this doesn't tell me what it is, but the number is 27535-17 if you want to look that up. But this is, I think, a nail foil. It still just looks like a decal. So I gotta figure this out. I gotta look at my order again and see what this thing was. So that looks cool. Let me stick that back in there. It's in like a little, makes me think of film, like when you used to develop the film and it would be in one of these little things. And then I wanted to get some of their metallic stamping nail polish. All their stuff there is so inexpensive, so it's nice because you can sample like a bunch of different things. I didn't know this was going to be in a little mini bottle. This doesn't have a name on it, so I'm sorry. I can't tell you what it is right now, but it is just a metallic blue, gray kind of shade. And then I picked up another stamper because I like the squishy stamper that I got. Where did I get it from? Did I get it off of Amazon? I don't think it was from Born Pretty. So anyway, I got another one. Sorry for the crackle. Let me just get this done. I picked up this one that I've seen a few people use, and I want to give it a try. And it's another squishy stamper. The last time I was testing, whoa, this one's really squishy. Holy cow. The other one kind of, I mean, it's because it's giant, the base that the thing can fall into, and it has a little ledge that this little thing sits on. Here, let me take this out in case you guys have never seen these before. It's just like this little thing. And I remember when stamping first came out and you just have the little Conad stampers that had the small little circles. And I know that some people still love their tried and true Conad. In fact, sometimes my Conad will pick up even better than these newer these newer stampers, but I love the fact that it's see-through because my biggest problem with stamping is that I can't see where the stamp is going to go, and then I can't line it up right, and that's why I don't do it more because I end up getting disappointed. So anyway, I can't wait to try this. So I don't know, the next video, it probably won't be about stamping because we just did a few things about stamping. I think I really want to use these water decals, but let me know. I think there's something else. Oh yeah, I picked up a plate to go with the stamper too, and this one is just, it doesn't say what plate it is, but it's from Harunota, and it has like these plaid designs on it, which I love. Creating plaid designs is so fun. It has like a Christmas sweater design up there too. Oh, that's gonna be fun. I gotta do that. So anyway, I really like this. Oh, it does have L010 at the bottom corner over here. So anyway, I'm excited for that, and so I want to try out this new stamper, and that was really fun. I do have one other thing I want to show you guys that came in the mail the other day. I got this nail dryer from a online website. I'm going to list the website for you up here, and because it's not on the machine or anything, but it's for drying your nails, like not gel. It's just for helping dry your nails faster. And it has like a 30-second, 60-second, 90-second feature there on the back. So I was all ready to use this in a Nail Art 101 video. It says 36 watts on the top, and So yeah, I was all ready to use this, and then I was ready to film, and I noticed that the connector is like this. It's a 2-prong connector, which US connectors are 2-prong, but they're thinner. So anyway, I looked it up. I need like an A, and this was like a C or something. I don't know. So I emailed the company. I was like, dang, I can't even try this product out. What do you want me to do? And they asked me to just show you guys. So anyway, I'm showing it to you, but I do plan to try to find how to get a connector. Do you guys think I can do that at like a converter? I've never traveled internationally, so I have not ever tried to mess with like converters for different outlets. So all of you who are better travelers than I am, more well-traveled, maybe you guys know. I just need to do a little research and find out how I can convert this, because I definitely want to give this a try. How nice would it be to be able to get my polish to dry faster on myself or when I do somebody else's nails? My mom told me the other day that when she paints her nails, she waits, what did she say? She waits, I think she said she waits a whole hour. When she paints her nails, she sits still for an entire hour before moving at all so that she doesn't mess it up. Which, I mean, if you have a better safe than sorry attitude, like, okay, I can see why you'd do that, I guess. But it's super old school thinking. She didn't know about quick drying top coat. She didn't know about nail droppings. Not nail droppings, that sounds like poop. She didn't know about those little droppers, so I sent her home with a quick dry top coat. The last time I did her nails, I used the quick dry drops on her as well. Sent her home with that. I'm hoping that works for her and she doesn't like have to immobilize herself every time she does her nails. I was like, Mom, no, you don't have to do that anymore. So anyway, that's my random thing from my hauling this week. All right, time to move on to purple. So I finally have a Claire's polish to share with you that I like. So as you guys know, I went to Claire, well, you might know, you might remember, I went to Claire's a couple months ago and I picked up, they have like a bunch of different kind of finishes there and they're all like labeled what they are, like how they're different from each other. So I picked up a bunch. I don't think I've liked any of them. Maybe one. The scented one I think was okay. This is their gel-like polish and it's slightly more expensive. It's called Revenge and I thought it was great. It wasn't a one coater, but I don't hold things to that standard. Not everything has to be a one coater. But it was lovely and it's this purpley red. It's like a plummy red and it's very pretty. I liked it a lot. So I was really happy when I put this on that it wasn't another bummer for me. So yeah, I might go back and see if I like any of their other gel-like. There's a whole bunch of words in different languages here. I'm not even going to attempt that so I don't offend anybody with my poor pronunciation. So yeah, if they ever have a sale, I wouldn't go there specifically to get their polish when they're not on sale. But, you know, if they ever are. The next polish that I always share with you right at this part is neutral, and I have a polish that was so close to being my A+ polish of the week this week. I really was teetering back and forth between this one and another green, the one I have on my nails, because this is just so cool. So this is from the brand Squishy Face Polish, and it's called Evil Queen, and it's from the Villains Part 1 collection. And so if you watch Once Upon a Time, the Evil Queen is like the main villain in the show, but she has, you know, in certain seasons you see like good parts of her. Well, I don't want to get too into it, but it's not necessarily good parts of the Evil Queen. Anyway, so I really wanted to pick this up. I picked it up at the indie shop in Torrance, California, and it's so cool because it's this charcoaly gray, and then it has so much different flecks in there. I can see some glitters. It's not all glitters because it's like a lot of flakies in there too, but what I love is that it's in a rainbow, and it's not like in a traditional like crayon box color rainbow looking thing. Like you don't get primary colors out of this. but you can see a rainbow of different colors. So I love that. There's holographic little bits in there too. So this was going to be my favorite polish of the week, and I was kind of choosing back and forth. The only thing is this, because they wanted to show all the different stuff, this is a 3-coater, and even then I can still see a little bit of my nail line. So just for that reason, I'm just like, oh, I really wouldn't want to have to do a 4th. So it didn't quite make the top spot, but this is really, really, I loved it a lot. This is really fun on the nail. And in case you're wondering, I would say, hey, just pop this over a black polish. But I kind of like the fact that it's this charcoaly gray that doesn't get intensely black. I kind of like that about it. So yeah, I'm showing you on its own at 3 coats. So last up, as always, we have our glitter polish and my A+ polish of the week, and they both happen to have glitter in them. So first up, from Sinful Colors, I'm not even sure if this is from their current or from this year's Christmas collection. I think it might be a re-promote, somebody told me. Anyway, I'm sorry if that's incorrect information, but I did find this currently at Walgreens. So this is called Flake Out, and it's a beautiful clear polish, but the beautiful part, it's so beautifully clear. The pretty part is that it has little blue iridescent shimmers going all throughout it, and then it has larger blue hexes and silver holographic snowflakes in it. So that's really fun. Admittedly, the snowflakes were pretty hard to get out of here. But eventually I got one, eventually, and I was like, I'm not doing the rest of the nails. So anyway, I wore this over the blue, and I think in the picture I wore it over the purple just to kind of see how it would look differently. For me, because I'm not crazy about glitter toppers, I wouldn't necessarily go out and search for this, but I think it's the only polish that I have with snowflakes in it. So if you were looking for something like this, I found it a couple weeks ago at Walgreens. Alright, so my A+ polish of the week is this beautiful evergreen, deep evergreen shade that I have on my nails today, and it is from the brand Lavish Polish. And this is a brand that I actually didn't even get to make my way to their table at the indie shop. I had a limited amount of funds, like I've explained before, and I was trying not to go to all of them because I didn't want to overspend what my budget was. So anyway, this was the polish that was in the VIP bag. And this polish is called Pour VIP, and then a word that I have to look up right now. Okay, the trusty videos on YouTube tell me to pronounce this Solomon, so I'm so sorry because I know I screwed that up anyway. But it's so beautiful because it's a deep green that is, it's not opaque at one coat, but there's so much pigment that it really does build up well at one coat. I definitely go for a second though. And it has, it has blue shimmers in there. It has small green glitters. It has, and then it has circle glitters. So the only other brand that I've seen circle glitters from is D Lush. And I love the circle glitters in here because it really looked like a pond mani. And a pond mani, well, so basically because this has like a sheer jelly, it's not super sheer, it's just because it has a jelly formula. What it means is, like, as your coats go on, you're still going to be able to see the glitters from the bottom coat in the next coat. Such a cool look. So kind of like creepy, sexy, eerie. Are you into creepy, sexy, eerie? I am. So this looks so cool. I really loved it. And you do kind of have to fish around to get those glitters, but not as much as the one that I was just telling you about. So I have it on today, and like I just said, you kind of have to fish, so I didn't get any of those big glitters on today. But it's so pretty, you guys. So I just love it, and it only needed 2 coats. This does dry kind of flat, so gloss it up, but that's no big deal. We all usually do that anyway. So this was my top pick. Alright guys, so that is Swatchfest. Let's see, what do we get to see next week? On Monday, we have the Girly Bits Archer collection. That is gorgeous. I was just live swatching it last night. Oh my goodness, my first experience with the brand, and they are gorgeous. Some of the names are a little bit, you know, a little bit risque, and they're referring to risque things. Tim and I watched a little bit of it to kind of like get a feel for what the show is about. He laughed his head off, by the way. And I thought some of the stuff was pretty funny too. On Tuesday, we're going to look at the Leroux holiday collection, and oh my goodness, you guys, I'm dying. These 2 brands, I had never even tried them before, and the holiday collection from Leroux is so great. She has all different kinds of things, including like toppers, where you know how I feel about toppers when you put them over black polish. Some things like that, some holographics, some glitters, some shimmers, all different kinds of stuff. So that's going to come up on Tuesday. And then Wednesday or Thursday, we're going to look at the Polish M Christmas collection, which is a collection of jellies with holographic glitter in them and tonally similar glitter. And they're all kind of textured polishes, but you can just gloss them up. I ordered the Kathleen Lights polish, or Kale polish collection, so I don't know if that'll be here in time for me to review for you next week, but either next week or the week after, because I think she said shipping on December 5th. So I will definitely give you a live swatch of that so you know what to expect from that brand. I picked up some Sesh polishes at Sally. You know how they're carrying the polishes that have the new bottles. I picked up 5 of those to share with you. So we're gonna, you know, look at those together and see what their formula is about on those and how they've changed, if they've changed. And then you never know, because I'm picking up stuff all the time. So something may sneak in that I didn't just mention. And I still do want to get another Nail Art 101 up for you guys. So I think that's it. You know, the last thing I was going to say is I was heavily considering doing Vlogmas again this year. But every time I thought about doing it, I thought about how last year I was pretty stressed out trying to get every video edited every single day. It's pretty difficult. I think for a regular person that doesn't already upload 5 videos a week, regular person, that didn't sound right. I just meant someone who doesn't upload as frequently as I do. So what my problem was last year is I was trying to get all my videos up for my channel and vlogs, but the vlogging is so fun. That's why it's really hard to choose, and my kids love watching them. It's like having family videos where they can just easily click on it. So I was like really considering it, and I got there on I came upon Thursday, and I woke up that morning, and it was the morning of the launch of my brand, and I was like, okay, let's vlog. And I went downstairs and I was like, okay guys, I think we're gonna vlog today, and I didn't get an overwhelmingly excited response from certain people. So I was like, okay, you know, maybe we'll take a break this year. I have a lot of stuff going on this December, which I thought was maybe going to be a good reason to do the vlogging, so you could kind of see behind the scenes of like an indie brand and like what's up with it. But like, literally, you guys, I was so not overwhelmed last year, but I was feeling overtaxed. Like I was putting too much on my plate, because when I do Vlogmas, I don't stop doing my whole channel. So anyway, I figure if you guys really want to see like vlog style videos from me, it's so similar to Snapchat. Snapchat is just like instant vlogging where I don't even edit anything. It's just like instantly what's happening. And so I encourage you to come hang out with me on Snapchat. I know I always talk to you guys about Snapchat, but if you want to see like daily what's going on with me, it's kind of like Vlogmas, and I'm going to be, you know, sharing you guys everything that's going on with me there. So I'm always talking about Snapchat. Talking about it again this week. So anyway, lastly, if you haven't been over to check out moonshinemandy.com, I would hope that you would. I was going to say I would recommend it. I would recommend it, but I hope that you go check it out and just see the polishes and let me know what you guys think. Thank you for all the feedback. It means so much to me. And I do already have polishes planned for January and February, but I love to hear what you guys think. And if you guys are like, I really have been looking for a polish that looks like this, let me know. That would be so cool. So I think that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for hanging out this Swatch Fest. I hope you enjoyed the polishes, the music, the chit chat. I love you guys so much. Thank you for letting me come into your homes every Saturday or Sunday or Monday, whenever we spend this time together. It means so much to me. I don't know if you guys really know what it means to me. It's just everything. So thank you for that, and thank you for letting my polish come into your homes and be on your beautiful nails. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna cry. Okay, I gotta stop. So I gotta go. I will see you guys again very soon. Thank you for hanging out today. I'll see you back next time. Bye. So my heart is so full. I really want you to enjoy these as much as I do. Let's go ahead and get right into these polishes. So the bottles, let me just tell you about the bottles really quick. So the bottles that I've chosen, I wanted to go with something a little bit different. I ended up picking a bottle that is actually 17 milliliters. And so you're getting quite a lot of polish here.